All right, a pleasant good morning to you from the sports betting capital of the world, Las Vegas. This is Ramon Scott. Welcome to the Morning Steam Show for Monday, October the 7th. Hey, big day, Major League Baseball, 2 games today and a Monday night football game tonight. So I don't know what I'm sitting around here waiting for to get the show started. I'm just lucky to have you here with not much sports going on. We got to find some things to bet on here today. It feels like you have 3 big games to talk about here, and maybe we'll run over the NBA preseason lines. We're just getting ready for the National Hockey League season tomorrow, so we'll have plenty to talk about over the next 5 or 6 months. It is sports betting season. It is here and it has arrived. We love our football, but we're going to be firing away on NHL, NBA, college basketball, and more here in the next coming weeks. It's going to be pretty busy and pretty awesome. So, hey, let's just take a few days sometimes now here and there and watch a couple of games, enjoy our little bit of downtime and rest. I got some rest last night with a short car today, and that Sunday night football game taken forever to start last night with the lengthy weather delay and sent the game well past midnight on the East Coast. It ended close to 1 a.m. So if you missed it, you probably at least caught the score already with the Cowboys beating the Steelers 20-17. Yeah, Dak was a hero when he needed to be. Wasn't all fine and dandy for the Cowboys here, but maybe they can start to try to turn things around with a road win, an upset win for the Cowboys. Make no mistake, as a slight dog there yesterday. Cowboys get it done over the Steelers 20-17. They drove at the end of the game with just a couple of minutes left, had the game-winning TD with 30 seconds or so to go, and Dallas, they outgained the Steelers. They doubled up the yardage on the Steelers. They just had 3 turnovers. They had a field goal blocked, and a bunch of other goofball things were happening in that game as usual, as all the games did. It felt like yesterday. What a day of NFL action yesterday with some of our games, right? Including the morning game. We were on the air with the Vikings over the Jets. Yeah, we had the Vikings as a premium pick winner yesterday. The Vikings had that pick 6 we were on the air for, and it wasn't easy, but the Vikings got it done yesterday over the Jets in an under. Bears wallop the Panthers yesterday, 36-10. Bears scored touchdowns early and often in that one. Hey, exciting game. Ravens and the Bengals yesterday. Or the Bengals, they led by 10. The Ravens came back, forced that overtime, and ended up getting the win. Jackson, 4 touchdown passes. Joey B, 5 touchdown passes, but Ravens outlast the Bengals. You guys told me that would be a high score. What was I? I'm always caught up in the in the division and things like that. Hey, it's Monday, so let me go over a few more games in just a moment. But if there's some steam coming in for some college football this weekend, let me at least try to spice up the show with a little bit of important data coming in right now, like this Florida International and Liberty game next week, this coming weekend. The total is going over right now, 54 being steamed here this morning. Monday, they're going to be firing today for sure. Will the Sharps? We probably could catch a few of these plays on the show. Right or wrong, we don't know, but this is the way the line is moving right now. Florida International and Liberty going over. Also, just as I was coming on the air, Coastal Carolina and James Madison game total over 59.5. We're seeing that one move north of 60 already on some widely reported steam here this morning as they start to really bang into those numbers a little bit and try to get those max limit bets going here for the week and shape those lines here moving forward. So those are just the first couple of strong moves that have come in this morning on Major League Baseball. We have seen earlier steam this week on the Monday night game tonight with the Chiefs. They were as low as 4.5. They're 5.5. We'll preview the game certainly, and the totals also moved certainly on the over in that game. The total was maybe as low as 42 for openers, although some books may have opened it a little higher. Right now we're showing 43.5. We'll talk all three of our games, but just want to come over, cover some of the winners yesterday. We had that under in the Dolphins-Patriots game. Dolphins, hey, they scored that only touchdown with 4.5 left in the game. The Patriots seemed to score that toe tap touchdown that everybody's wondering about, but that's the new rule. You got to come down with a heel there with the toe in the end zone. And I don't know if that's a great rule, right? I mean, we want to see great catches. It's hard enough to get these touchdowns. Maybe we should revisit that one. You can do it in the field of play. Why can't you do it in the end zone? That's the way I understand it, the way they were talking about that new rule. I've always been kind of a rules expert, and I know everyone was kind of having to wrap their head around that one yesterday, but New England, not a great role for them, obviously, right now, these short spread games, as we talked about. Hey, the Commanders, everyone's talking Commanders here. We gave them out on the show yesterday, and you guys, Team Steam Consensus, went with the Browns. That's okay. We're going to disagree now and then, but man, the Commanders, you can't ignore the fact that Daniels looks so strong with his 320 yards of total offense, and I don't know, they just seem to find a way to put points on the board time and time again. And, well, for all that poor defense, the Browns went just 1-13 on third down. Of course, they do have some problems at quarterback, certainly big issue there. All right, Jags over the Colts, and we took the Jags there. But, man, it was close, wasn't it, with a 37-34 win. Lawrence on his birthday, 371 yards. That's the Lawrence that we're used to, or at least, well, that's the Lawrence that they need anyway if they're going to be trying to win more games right now. Flacco ends up being the star of the game for the most part with his 360 yards passing and that long 20-something yard run. But the Colts, it's just not a good matchup for whatever reason. They just can't beat Jacksonville, even if Jacksonville is way down. They picked up their first win. Texans and the Bills yesterday. Yeah, we had the under and felt right anyway with the 23-20 victory. It kind of stayed well under that 46, 47, whatever it turned out to be yesterday, but took a field goal with 2 seconds left from 59 yards by Kaimi Fairbairn to get that win. Houston practically doubled up the Bills in that game, 425 yards of total offense, and they really held the Bills down. That's it. We gave the under out here on the show. And, well, Josh Allen, I mean, look, he's got a little exciting drive there together, but still 9 of 30 for 131 yards. And, well, the hug at the end, maybe it was out of convenience to show everyone no hard feelings, I guess, but at least try to look sincere, guys. If you're going to do the dab me up in the center of the field after the game. All right. Uh, Colts and Jaguars. Hey, that was a big one there for you guys with Team Steam. Oh, as well. I lost my place there. Computer going haywire. Not going to repeat these games. They weren't all that great. Uh, Broncos over the Raiders yesterday, 34-18. Bo Nix just well, he looks okay, right? And when you got a decent defense against a pretty bad offense, maybe it was time for the Broncos to finally win one against the Raiders. They had lost 9 straight against them. I was on another show yesterday after we left here, and I talked about Nix, and maybe just maybe there is a little bit of hope for Nix, and right now it certainly looks like it with that win yesterday. A little more steam coming in here. Middle Tennessee, Louisiana Tech game total over 48.5. We're seeing some move here with Middle and Louisiana Tech. A little bit of steam coming in right now for college action this weekend. I'll just kind of mix up the show here a little bit, and we're not going to be here for very long, gang. So I just want to hang out with you. We'll get to some picks in just a few moments. Cardinals upset the Niners 24-23, and we had a premium pick winner on the under in that game. The Cardinals, great performance by Kyler Murray. He was the better quarterback over Brock Purdy for sure in that one. And the 49ers led by 13 at halftime, and they still led late in the game, but in the fourth quarter anyway. The Cardinals come all the way back. Cardinals, great underdog for sure. 16-8 last 24 as a road underdog. Got to grab those points, it feels like, with the Cardinals still. Why I couldn't hear on the show, I'm not sure. Packers over the Rams 24-19 in that one, with the Rams leading the game at halftime. Packers come back and get it done with Love. He has his ups and downs. He got it done here in this one, certainly, for the Packers yesterday. Giants over the Seahawks. We gave out the Giants here on the show. Seattle was going for a game-tying field goal, but it was blocked and returned for a touchdown. Giants win over the Seahawks. Seahawks probably aren't all that at this point with that weak schedule that they've taken advantage of. Giants aren't very good either. Those teams are, subpar for sure. In fact, Giants, it might have been a bigger score, right? Remember, Giants were going in for a touchdown. Guy might have even got the touchdown there, but the ball was knocked loose, picked up, and ran back 101 yards the other way for a score. When the ball, I don't know, looks like you only have to get the ball. It's not across the line at all. It's only a sliver of the ball has to touch the front of the white line for the end zone on the rushing play. I don't know what they were looking at there. I know it's hard to, tell. You can't imagine an angle, I guess. So, all right. I don't know if we covered them all, but that's a look at the NFL yesterday. Yeah, I guess we did talk about them all. I want to say hello to everybody in the chat. Thank you for joining me here on the morning steam this morning. Who was here? Who was early? And when I turn it on, it always erases the early messages. I'm sorry if I missed anybody here. Here's Old E. Good morning. Subhuman is here today. Thomas Lewis says, like this video, subscribe to our channel, hit the thumbs up, and check us out here at the Sports Money Network, the fastest growing sports betting channel on YouTube. I'm here every day on they didn't make me do it. I wanted to do it. So I'm here giving you a show every day, or giving myself a show. This is my therapy. I'm not here for the attention. I think you guys got it twisted, some of you in the chat there the last couple of days. All right. And Rich Stubbs here today, Lando as well, Jermaine, Tom Leach. It's all about the camaraderie, it feels like, today with our show. Nicholas Handy here today, Robert McCormick, thank you. Justin, hello. Great job last night hanging out in the chat. Join the fellas. Boy, it was a long one, man. I might still be feeling it today here. Maybe I'll grab another couple of hours for the baseball game, because waiting those 2 hours for that game, not great. We know that. Luis is here today. Tom Lee says, I was on the Giants in that one. And let's see here. Tom, you guys are talking about that rule, certainly, with the end zone. And good comments there. Philly Eagle Flyer, hello. And good conversation to start off the week. Thanks for showing up, gang. We got 50 of you in here. I guess we could preview the few games that we have and just be out of here in just a few minutes. I got to earn my pay here, it feels like, today. And I don't even know if we can do it. All right. Hey, everyone. I do have some content here. I'm going to give you a bunch of free winners, but you can follow me over at winnable.com. That's right. I've got free content over there. I just send out my plays. I give you a bunch of free plays here, but the winning never stops. And I just try to keep your inbox full or keep your app full of, well, at least what I feel are good plays to get on here. We're going to try the best we can, certainly, but, no doubt. Want to just keep you guys informed and, feeling like you guys have a little bit in your arsenal here when the games get a little bit thin and I send out my games. Like I said, there's not a lot going on. I have 2 tennis matches I can pass along maybe that I think are going to get ready to start. I don't think I'll send them out or anything, but I've got a couple of more matches here on the ladies' side starting. There are a couple underway right now, but I was looking at my Hantama up against Magdalena Freck today, and I was going to take Hantama plus 4.5 games against Magdalena Freck. That one gets underway here in a short while, and then later on, I'm going to take Siniakova minus 4.5 games over Alexandra Iala. So that's Hantama plus 4.5 games, Siniakova minus 4.5 games. A couple of tennis plays I was looking at this morning to try to spruce it up here a little bit and get some action going in the morning. I'm all about the action here, certainly. So check me out over here at winnable.com. That's where you're going to find my premium picks. I'm here touting my plays here on the show. That's what I do. I provide the show to the Sports Money Network. In turn, I get to, talk about my paywall plays over at Winnable. But certainly what I have, you don't be looking at that, right? We don't need to look. I'm not even nobody's subscribed to the plays today so far. That's what that shows right there. All right. Just check me out over there at Winnable. Nobody's going to buy it. Nobody's going to be subscribing today with 3 plays, the 3 games today. The subscribers will get it, but hey, I've just got it for a couple of bucks today. Get the plays if you want. Let me know you're following. And let me see here if I can't get the right page going here. Oh, all right. Forget it. I don't know what I'm doing. Maybe I'm still half asleep. Anyways, use the promo code STEAM. Save 20% on all packages there at Winnable with me. All right. That's it for that. I don't even know. I can't even do the promotion here today. Let me just go back to the comments. That's where I'm stronger here. And I think everybody's kind of ready to go with the show. All right, let's keep rolling here and start with the Major League Baseball early game today with Tariq Skubal on the mound here, favorite $1.20. That total is not wrong. Just dealing with a very low number here today. Certainly, we're in the postseason, so we're going to have some pitchers, duels for sure. For Skubal, he comes in with a 2.32 ERA this season. Boyd, he's been strong too since he's been in the Guardians rotation. We said he'd, likely be a target here for the Guardians to use with a 2.32 ERA or 2.72 ERA in his 8 starts so far. The Guardians are 6-2 with Boyd on the mound this season. And, for me, I just think is going to be that 6. It is intimidating to look at, certainly right there. But, man, it just seems like just a couple of runs. Once you get into the bullpen, maybe they can still get this one over. Man, Skubal's probably ticketed for a very sharp start here. I want to look at the splits here. Let me see if I can dial these up real quick today and maybe even look at a few bats and a few players because of the light schedule. And Boyd's actually looks like he's in a better position to me, although Veerling and Torkelson may have a little bit of matchup advantage, but against the rest of those guys, certainly I would think the splits, do favor Boyd against Meadows, against Carpenter, against Green and Keith as well. And for Scooble, a pretty good matchup, I'd say. He's certainly got advantages over Quan and Naylor and Jimenez, but maybe neutral against some of these other guys, Fry, Ramirez, and Lane Thomas. We saw Thomas with the big home run. So, man, that's just heavy, heavy pressure to the under. The Sharps are all over the under for sure in this one. I mean, it was mostly 6.5s, but you look at this line right now across the board, and you can't find any 6.5s. It's 6. Maybe it's juiced to the over, minus $1.15, minus $1.20 here right now. So expect good pitching. Let's get some comments, see what you guys have in this one. Detroit's won 9 of their last 11 games here on the road right now. Cleveland has won 5 of the last 6 meetings between these two teams. All right, let me dial it up here. See what you guys have to say. Feel like I'm a little bit. I definitely slept in here, so hope I'm making sense. All right, I think we've got a few comments here on the game. It's going to start with Tom. He's got Tariq to go 5+ Ks. He's taking the Tigers on the run line. He's also going to be going under 8.5. He's got that in a 3-team single game parlay. How about that? And Tom says, give me the Tigers first 5. And Thomas is going to go first 5 under in both games. Tom Leach says go over in the outs. And Woo RZA, good to see you again here. He says the Guardians have hit Scooble. He likes the Guardians here in this one. At home, Rich says go under in the first 5. Tom Leach says, yeah, Boyd, he's been good. We know that he's not elite or upper echelon, but it has been a nice, pleasant thing for Cleveland to have here, a left-hander that are able to go here right now. And Justin was on the shows yesterday. Good to see that, Justin. I saw you on there. I was doing some shows, so I couldn't listen, actually. And Patrick is here today. Thank you. Appreciate you being here. All right. I'm going to make a play here, I guess. I don't know if I see anything from you guys that make it a consensus necessarily here in this one, but I've got to take Detroit. I expect Scooble to be the dominant pitcher here, and I'm going to take the Tigers to win this game with Scooble. I think he will be dominant enough here to carry this one today, and I'm taking the Tigers. But here it is, a consensus play from you guys. We're going against each other again. You guys are on the Cleveland Guardians in the chat. All right, I'm taking Scooble here. I think I've got the much better pitcher here today. This is the advantage that the Tigers have, in my opinion, in this series. Is kind of this particular game is what it feels like, because you've got the man on the mound, and you got to win with him. Now, remember, this one's on Max today. You may be able to get it a little bit differently, but all right. We know Cleveland up 1-0, so I've got them evening it up here and taking this one today. Detroit. Tom says Scooble can go 7. If I can get Scooble to go 7, I think they'll be in pretty good position here in this one. All right. Joey, hello as well. And Team Steam consensus in the chat on the Guardians in this one. Maybe I should have just went with the total. All right. All right. I do see a little bit of breaking news. As there been some, we know that Manchester City's had those issues right now with, their going over the, salary restrictions in the EPL, and that they're title was going to become a matter of possibly of their title run here. Was it going to be a matter of the courts here? And I think that ruling is maybe just starting to come down. We might have to wait on this. I was hoping that we had some, but I do see the stories breaking here. I don't have time to get into all the details here. Maybe you guys are starting to see it too, but we'll wait and see on that. But maybe there has been some ruling with those Manchester City success that they had. They've obviously not to say they came out of nowhere when they really started to get it rolling a couple, several years ago, but again, their championships and how they went about doing it is being challenged here a little bit. So we'll see. But within the last 15 minutes ago, it looks like some stuff has started to come down here a little bit. And okay, it goes a little bit deeper, actually. I better just lay off here at this point. It's a pretty deep issue, and I'll just look into it. Okay, here we go. Let's continue to move on. I've got my play. I'm on the Tigers. You guys are on the Guardians here today. Wow. Should be a great game. And this one, again, is at 4 Eastern, 1 Pacific, as we get rolling today. All right. And Jermaine's upset with Najee. That's what it looks like to me also, sub here. In fact, they were talking about maybe Man City could actually come back and do some legal challenges to what went on with their prosecution on them. So, hey, hello to Ray. All right, let's keep it going here with the game 2, Royals and the Yankees, with Cole Reagans going up against Carlos Rodon. Here in this one, you've got the Yankees favored by $1.50 here with Rodon, a 4 ERA so far this season. Yankees are 19-13 with Rodon on the mound here, looking at about $1.50 or so, maybe just a tad lower at some of the sharp books right now. Coming into this one, the Yankees lead the series 1-0 as they did the job there. For Cole Reagans, 20 of his 30 results have gone under the total so far this season of his 33 starts. He has some pushes in there as well, but a 3 ERA so far this season with Reagans. Tough thing here for the Royals, and man, I'm pulling for him certainly to win, but man, the Yankees still were able to get it done. Yeah, maybe Reagans is going to be the better pitcher here, but it does still feel like with the Yankees today, with Torres, with Judge, with Stanton, they can have splits advantages against Reagans. The Royals certainly have a pretty big advantage on Rodon, but I think that, just the overall Yankees lineup itself puts them in a pretty good position here against Reagans. I don't want to, lay that price as a top play there, certainly with $1.50 in a playoff game. But my numbers say that, still want to take the Royals at a plus $1.30, but the statistics to me seem to point to the Yankees for me in this one as the play. I think I want to take the Yankees here, even at $1.50 here today. Maybe I'm going to do that as my free play. Let's see what we got. Anything here with these two teams? I'll let you guys chime in here. Yankees have won 6 of the last 7 meetings here in New York between these two teams. Yankees have gone over in 5 of their last 6 at home. Royals are doing a good job staying in the games, but they just can't seem to get over the hump. All right, here's Jermaine. He's got the Yankees team total over. Luis says, how about Yankees a game to go under 7.5? Also here, Yankees for Thomas. Tom says Royals first 5 money line. Fernando on the under. Tom Leach on the under. Lots of unders here. I wonder if it's going to feel consensus-y here in a little bit. All right, Rodon's been giving it up here, says Tom. And Terrell says Yankees over is the best bet, but Tom says an under, and Ray says under. That's a lot of unders from you guys in the chat. I have my worries here. And we're getting the ESPN chime just went off for Patriots safety Peppers. He was arrested on Saturday and facing some serious charges here, including strangulation and drug possession. He didn't play in the game yesterday. He was on the injured list with a shoulder injury, but Peppers was arrested on Saturday. So that just coming in here from ESPN. All right. And Thomas says the number 2 consensus play is the Yankees game to go under. All right. I'm on the Yankees. Consensus says go under. How about that? Today, 2 baseball games, 2 consensus plays. All right. And right, that's how it goes in Patriot land, I guess. All right, that's it for baseball. You've heard all you want to hear. Oh, some steams come in here in the last couple of minutes as well. It was we're seeing Arizona and Green Bay over 49.5 right now. Total moving higher in this week's NFL game in that one. So obviously with maybe Arizona playing a little bit better offensively right now with Kyler. We've seen, kind of this show before, but that total right now is at 50.5 here at a few books. Love obviously looked a little bit better, maybe even better. Maybe even a little bit better than we thought he would because we had been kind of down on, Love here of late, but was pretty good against the Rams there yesterday. Is that the game we didn't cover when I was wrapping up the games? I know we talked about it a little bit. All right. And all right, I'm just trying to delay the show, keep you guys with me, but let's just talk about the Saints and the Chiefs right now. Tonight's game. Hey, look at that. It's got that magic 5.5 number. Is that a special number at this point? We know that it has been so solid, taking 5.5 points or more this season. It worked yesterday for Arizona, didn't it? It worked yesterday for the Giants, didn't it? All these big spreads, just not covering. And we know the Saints have been pretty awesome. Yeah, they've had a few bumps now here a little bit, but for the most part, the Saints are, along with Washington, just 2 of the biggest surprises here so far this season, to the point now where getting deep enough into the season where, yeah, maybe there's going to be some regression, but you also could say, well, maybe these teams are at least a little bit for real. Maybe they are contenders here. Saints still have 2 losses, right? So can't all be fine and dandy, but getting these points, my key player in today's game is going to be Chris Olave. He's probably the only guy I'm interested in out of the starters to go over in their prop numbers. I'm on some of the prop show, the live coverage there across the street on some of these primetime games, and I like to load up on some props and have a good time. But just to be clear, here on the show, I feel like my strongest will be on Olave today. Don't feel terribly strong about a lot of the other the player props to go over. Although Moreau, his numbers are going to be very, very low, I think, and he's also going to be worth a bet to me. The backup tight end for the Saints. I say backup, but you look at Foster Moreau and Jawan Johnson right now. Johnson was hobbled a little bit coming into the week. I think Moreau right now is kind of an afterthought because he got knocked out of that game. The last game, right? He didn't even register any points, but if I can get something on Moreau, I'm going to look for him to be kind of my long shot player today. But it's going to be mostly Olave on the props and probably only Olave today. Yes, I love Shaheed. I got him a neutral rating here today. But look, the Chiefs have a pretty strong run defense. That's one thing they do very, very well. You look at these Chiefs games. I mean, they are pretty strong, hardcore under. We think of you think of Mahomes and all the success that the Chiefs have had over the years. This offense is kind of a who's who at this point. It feels like when you look at the uh, players now. Xavier Worthy, uh, pretty fantastic so far, and he's probably, if I'm going to get involved a little bit more here tonight, maybe it can be Worthy with a big game here. But look, Mahomes, I think, is going to face a little bit. The Saints have done a good job to harass quarterbacks a little bit. I'm not saying they're getting to the quarterback big time, but making quarterbacks uncomfortable here. And I would think Worthy is the only guy worthy of my support on Kansas City. The rest of the passing game could be hampered here a little bit. Maybe Kelsey, I've got as a neutral here, is starting to wake up a little bit here right now. Yeah, I think he gets a lot of attention. Maybe he's just a step slower. I'm not going anywhere with any of the drama with, he's distracted or whatever. He's a tight end. I mean, tight ends are going to have games where they disappear a little bit, but, you expect Kelsey to be the top offense producer, it feels like, for the Chiefs still when the chips are down. A little bit of steam coming in here. Virginia and Louisville under 56 on this weekend's game. So just seeing some more steam come rolling in here on that one. Also, the Colts are getting steamed right now in their game this weekend as well. I'm seeing the Colts now a 1-point favorite against the Titans on the road. Maybe they're waking up and seeing what Joe Flacco did yesterday. All right, keep it rolling here a little bit in this one. Also, kicker props. I kind of maybe think that the Saints kicker could be in line for a few extra opportunities here. I'm going to look to, let me see if I can get the right play here. I'm taking the Saints plus 5.5, still rolling with this trend, man. It doesn't matter at this point. Doesn't seem like who the team is, what the team's all about. Taking these 5.5 points or more has been pretty darn strong so far this season in the NFL, approaching 85% winning here right now with a pretty decent sample size here, starting to get over 20 games now with this big spread. So Saints have been decent enough. Colts, Chiefs, look, they're terrific in the second half. We know they have this huge trend of, second half unders. The defense seems to get stronger here. The Saints' losses have been by just 3 and 2 points so far. So I would think they're good enough here to stay in with the Chiefs offense that isn't going anywhere. It feels like with this. How about this running game too? I actually have a neutral feel on the running game for the Chiefs tonight. But when you look at the running back room, you might need to wear your ID badge. Got Steele in there tonight. You got Samaje, right? And you've got Kareem Hunt. Now, maybe, just maybe, I want to look deeper into Kareem Hunt's, numbers here. And could he really be in line to kind of step up after what we saw in that incredible first game tonight? If the prices are low enough, and I didn't look deeply, I could still add Kareem Hunt. Feels like here tonight. He had 14 carries for 69 yards. He got up right off the couch, caught 2 passes also in the game. So pretty stunning, actually, for Hunt. I don't know if he's a difference maker here at this point as far as helping the Chiefs to a cover or anything, but that was pretty impressive, certainly for Hunt. Injury list, Hardman. Let me check the status here. They definitely have a few names on the list. Hardman still questionable. CEH is doubtful here. That's part of the situation with the running game, and Rice is on the injured list. Certainly, we know now, and then we know Pacheco's been out. So there have been some concerns also with some of these Chiefs players. But as far as the passing game, everybody loves Worthy. I love Worthy. I don't know if it's the best overall matchup, but he's been pretty spectacular, obviously, so far. Pretty awesome, especially last game with the 3 catches. And I'm kind of down on the rest of the receiving game with Watson and Smith Schuster here. Um, I don't know what else, how deep they can go. Saints receivers, I think it's a pretty decent matchup, actually. Like I said, I'm all over Olave. I also don't mind Shaheed. I got a neutral rating on him, but I don't know if there's enough in the backups there to consider running enough guys at the Chiefs here, and I think that will kind of help this one. Probably stay under. I'm looking for another under here at this point, probably, but my play is going to be on the Saints today. Still taking those 5.5 points. I don't want to, just lump it in. Let's see what we got. Hey, John Monaforte, good to see you. Nice to see you in the chat today. Here's Justin talking Kareem Hunt. He's got over in those rushing and receiving today. Tom wants to wait, see if the line moves here. And across the board right now, 5.5s, pretty much everywhere. Hey, how about the big battle next week, Justin and my DMV gang between the Commanders and the Ravens? I'm seeing steam right now on the over, and it was already an outrageous total next week. We're expecting a thrilling game with the Commanders and the Chiefs. The total is now 53 at BetOnline in this huge matchup. This is what we want. Commanders come in 4-1, and the Ravens come in 3-2. It's going to be a great game next week. Ravens at home, we're seeing steam right now to 53. How about it, gang? I think it'll probably hold up at 52.5. But okay, let's see. Saints offensive line is a mess, says Jermaine. They've got right now, they've been hampered at center all season long. Lucas Patrick, he's questionable in the game here today. Luis is on the Saints. Plus money. And Jermaine says he's got Olave under. He says the Chiefs shut down number ones. I rate them. I don't rate them that highly. I know what you're saying with the numbers there, Jermaine. I've got Olave here to light this one. Let's see here. Kelsey yards over with Rice out. Look, it looks like Kelsey's gotten a little bit of increase right in his run. I don't know if it's just a matter of not getting open or what the situation has been there, right? Let's see here. Thomas is on the Saints. He's also on the under. Justin does like Olave on the alternative line here. And Terrell says, Plum, maybe she's had enough in Las Vegas and she'll go to the sky because everyone loves drama. Thomas says he'll take Kelsey over in his receiving yards. Robert says he's got Juju over 1.5 here. See, I think the Saints are kind of strong against number 3s here at this point, given the Chiefs situation. Let's see here. Pat Mahomes under for Jermaine, under in everything, it looks like, with his passing today. Thomas says Patrick to go under in his rushing yards. Terrell says Kelsey was too busy on the offseason, just wasn't ready to go, it feels like. And Jermaine said, yeah, he is now, Jermaine. We know he's Flacco season in Indy. Yep. Yeah, Tom, and that's just it. Maybe Kelsey woke up here. Certainly having for a pretty strong projection here today following the 9 target effort, 7 catches in the last game. And Jermaine says, Hunt, is he coming in injured? And no, I don't think totally out of shape in this one. Right now, he's looking to the problem was that Steele fumbled on the first play last week, and that shuffled things up right away and got Hunt into the mix, and of course he catch the ball too. That makes him that much better. So I just think they don't, fully trust Hunt yet. You want to see this guy uh, be in football shape, but gosh, that was just stunning the way he was so strong there. It felt like in the game. And Tom says these injuries will hurt them tonight, and they'll struggle to cover in this one. Kamara receiving yards here for Thomas. And I think that's where the Chiefs actually excel is slowing down backs. And E-Rock here today. E-Rock, hello. Nice to have you. Thank you, E-Rock. Appreciate it. He's a sports money subscriber. All of you guys are. That makes me feel really good. All the greens here in the chat. All right, that's it for football. That might be it for the show. I don't want to go, but I will, and we'll have longer shows certainly here. Let's look at the NBA lines today. Let's get ready for some basketball, shall we? I think I have one play here maybe that I've looked at in NBA. Yeah, even in NBA preseason. I've already got one, but that's all I think I have. Let me take a look at the lines here real quick, and this will keep you posted on some of the games here. Magic at is it Magic at Pelicans? No, this is an early start. Let's see what the deal is with this game here. All right. Maybe it is just an afternoon game here. I just stunned me that it was at 10:40. I was like, are they playing this game in at a neutral site or anything? But it is at New Orleans. Just happens to be an afternoon preseason game here. Goes off at 4:00, I think. I'm sorry, 1:40 Eastern and 10:40 Pacific. Magic and Pelicanos. And let me see. Okay, so I'll just run down these lines here real quick for the 5 games today and get you guys out of here. Let's see what we got. The New Zealand Breakers are playing again. They're taking on the 76ers. They didn't get the money in that last game. It's 34.5 here today with the Breakers. And the Sixers total 2-8. I went 2-1 on the VIP plays, and this is how they're going to go out today, probably for the NBA preseason. So if you want to go to the Winnable app, I went 2-1 yesterday in NBA VIP plays. I went under in 3 games with and we had the winner in Washington and Toronto, Milwaukee, and Detroit. And who knows? That might be kind of the direction we go today here as well. So, okay, let me see here. I know I got to play. Oh, the Magic and the Pelicans game. Let's see here. Yeah, okay, here it is. I have in this one the over 211. Is that right? Okay, 214. I knew it. All right, I'm still going over here, but it's way up there now. 214.5. I guess they got word here what we're going to do. I'm taking the over as a play here on the morning steam, Magic and Pelicans. All right, Breakers and 76ers, 34.5, 208.5. That's the only play. I just want to get the early game there to you. That's what was going on. Thunder here, -5, 221.5 against the Spurs in this one. And Grizzlies and the Mavericks here with the Grizzlies favored by 4, 222.5, and the Rockets on the road 5 at the Jazz, 217.5. So, all right, we'll have a few plays, probably just some VIP, no premiums or anything like that here tonight. I want to say, Oldie, thank you, Jermaine, thank you. I don't know what's going on with the show tonight, but I'm always there for those guys. They got some great panelists. They don't need me on there. They just like when I do crazy things. I sit there all show, all quiet, doing nothing, and then I do something crazy to get attention. That's what it's all about. I know Jim, he's a comedian, right? I mean, he's looking for humor. I have my humor mode on when I'm on that show. I'm trying to impress uh, Jimmy and everybody with funny things. They're not, taking me for my great prop bets over there. I flubbed them up yesterday. I'm trying to get too cute, trying to go 4-1, 5-1, 6-1. And basically, it just cost me a couple $100 every. We were in the green, so we were gambling a little bit maybe, but all right. Rich says Pelicans in a close one today. Let me write these down. Let me write that down. Rich likes the Pelicans. I'm down. Ooh, somebody needs to cut these 4 hairs here. All right. Thanks, AOD. Thank you very much. Today's show was crummy. We didn't just have enough games. You guys were fine. I'll do better next time. And Tom Lee's just bet unders. Don't give away the sauce here, Tom. Can't bet them all. It's usually just under or pass. I'm not that guy. I certainly am going to look if I have, again, I just have some real crude numbers in the preseason. That's why they're just VIP plays. I like to throw some out there when the game's on TV. I like to do some betting. So, all right, that's it for the morning steam. I'll be back tomorrow, 9 a.m. Eastern and 6 a.m. Pacific with more. We'll have plenty more action tomorrow, certainly, because we've got the NHL season tomorrow with 3 big games to talk about, including a matinee. They're going to run them kind of in a row, to start the season tomorrow, including a nightcap with Utah in action. Everyone, kind of catching everyone by surprise. One of the things I've heard the most by casual fans and casual bettors are, what do we know about this Utah team? It feels like they're an expansion team. It's just the Arizona Coyotes dressed up now as a Utah hockey club. And maybe that's why, too, because of the strange name. So it was like, what is this all about? But Utah will be in action tomorrow. And it'll be different. Utah's I think they can embrace this home crowd. We know Arizona hadn't been very good, but they showed some moments. And you kind of wonder if there wasn't that swell of support for a team a little bit that prevented Arizona from ever and their dumpy arena. I don't call it dumpy, a pretty nice arena for 5,000 people, but a college hockey arena and all that. It just wasn't working out because of the issues they had in the argument with the big arena. And hey, it just failed. Hockey failed in Phoenix and in Glendale and Arizona in general. So Utah, they'll embrace it. I mean, this thing's going to be going crazy. Why they couldn't name the team the Yeti or the Mammoth or something like that just to start? Why not? I mean, you know what you're going to go with. So why delay it? Maybe they'll embrace it. Maybe it's Utah Hockey Club forever, UHC. But come on, Utah Yeti. Utah Yeti, how hard is it? Mammoth also was another name. So, all right, that's going to do it on the show. I got other things we can talk about, but I kept you for an hour, and I'll get you out of here. Join Mike Money today, 6 p.m. Eastern, 3 p.m. Pacific, for pre-gaming. He's going to go over the games. He's going to go over the 2 games for the night card, hopefully here tonight. And maybe he'll preview that Blues Kraken game tomorrow, since it'll be on before he's on the air, and we need content. So join Mike Money today at 6 p.m. Eastern, 3 p.m. Pacific here on Pre-Gaming, and I'll be back tomorrow. All right, gang, that's it for the morning steam. I'll see you tomorrow for the Sports Money Network. I'm Ramon Scott. So long.